Let's see how the internet did react to the game. I'm hoping there's going to be a lot here. First up is Joshua saying, before last night, you boys will be Spursy. They'll do you at their place. You'll bottle as per at full time. You played Bodo Glimt. Embarrassing if you didn't win. Goalposts are always moved when it's Tottenham. It's so true, though, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It is true.
Yeah, I agree with that. And like, if we would have had a tough time and been under the cosh, people said, "Oh, you're so Spursy. Look what you know. You're always going to find it difficult there." Everyone was saying, "Oh, you're going to find it very difficult there. It's going to be a hard game." But as soon as we make it comfortable and easy, it's like, "Oh, Bodo rubbish. It's be embarrassing not to win there." It's like, you can't have it both ways. Either it was going to be a tough game or it wasn't. You know what I mean? And I think we made light work of it.
And Tottenham are now the only team to stop Bodo Glimt from scoring in 2025.
Well, there you go as well. And I think apart from the Carabao game, they'd won every game at home in the tournament this season. They've beaten some great teams, especially in the last round. They beat Lazio, a very good Lazio team. So, like, it shouldn't have been so easy. And I think it was partly us that made it easy. I think
it was all us that made it easy. Next up is Pionim saying, coming soon. That is Sonny lifting the Europa League, and we'll be there for it, man. We'll be there for it. I cannot wait.
Yeah, let's hope he recovers and is fit in time.
Whether he recovers or not, he'll still be lifting that trophy.
It was a shame he wasn't there last night. But
yeah, it was
hopefully, look, he was obviously there on the touchline for the first leg. So he was showing his face there. But let's hope he just is focusing on recovery and trusting the team to kind of get there, and so he's kind of fit in time for it.
ESPN FC saying, Man U versus Tottenham in the Europa League final, an all-English final in Bilbao. Can't wait. Mm-hmm. And look, there is a slight part of me that's just a bit disappointed that we are playing Man United, because, you know, cast your mind back to 2019 when we played Liverpool. It was like, it didn't really feel like a European Cup final because we were playing an English side, and I think it will be a bit similar this time. However, if we win it, then who the hell cares? Yeah. But like we were talking about this on the car on the way in, but 3 of our 6 European finals have all been against English opposition, which is mad.
It's a weird quirk of it, but let's just get the job done. That's all I care about. Whether what it feels like. Look, we're going to be playing in Bilbao, so hopefully that will be enough of a feel of a European final.
Yeah. Tottenham on Football on TNT Sports says Tottenham Hotspur going through to the 2025 Europa League final. Love that.
Absolutely.
James Maddison took to social media this morning and he said, gutted, just absolutely gutted. We've had our sights on that European final in Bilbao from day one of this campaign. So to accept not being able to take part out on the pitch with the boys, it's really tough to take. Injuries are just part of this game, and that can be so cruel at times, but I truly believe that it can be a special night for my football club. Bring on the 21st all together.
Yeah, and it is such a shame that he's not going to be part of it, because I think he's a big reason why we're here, with his form and what he was, his performances, and he would have been so important in the final, I think, as well. But gutted for him, but I'm sure he'll be there supporting the team, and let's hope we get the job done for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Spurs Express, a quote, Joystein Gunderson has said that Couto Romero told him after Spurs scored their first goal that he shouldn't talk so much.
And he was one saying Tottenham is not the best team in the world in defensive, with all due respect.
Yeah.
He was that defender. So they were all silenced hard yesterday. Hard. They went so big before the game. Their pressing is like an average Norwegian team. They were saying it's going to be different out in Bodo. They're going to be under the cosh. Their defense is not the best in the world. They're average. And then we just completely made light work of it.
Yeah. Look, they got caught with their pants pulled down, like some other person that we're going to have a look at in a second, which is Spurs Army says Jed Spence did Yves Bissouma dirty last night. And look at this is in the celebrations after the game. Bissouma's standing.
You need to blur this, or
Bissouma's standing in front of the away end on some barrier, and then Jed Spence just comes behind him and pulls his chin.
Oh, he's absolutely done him one. He is absolutely done him. Jed, he's a troublemaker, isn't he? That always said it. No, I'm joking. Big up to the team.
Tottenham Hotspur tweeted this out saying, "Louder."
What were you singing? You're probably there.
Yeah, I was there. I was right there.
Yeah, where are you? You're probably in this video somewhere. You got to be, aren't you?
There's Johnny, I can see.
Johnny H. You next to Johnny H?
No, there isn't.
Ah. Let me see if I can find you. There's Lallana.
I would have been over here somewhere.
On the
I think
left-hand
I'm behind
side.
someone.
I don't see
I
Josh.
don't think I'm in that video. I think I'm behind someone or something.
Shame. Anyway, nice, good video. That was a chant that we haven't really heard since yesterday, no?
Nah, we've heard it, just not as kind of as constant as that. That's for sure.
Usually Spurs are on their way to Bilbao.
Yeah, they were singing that a little bit yesterday, but this one just was popping off the whole of the second half, literally from start to finish. It was actually mad. What's next? Tottenham Hotspur saying, we tried to tell you, and we actually did bring this up when we saw the kit announcements at the beginning of the season. There was a little hidden message at the bottom there, and it said, holiday special, destination Bilbao, Spain. So Spurs were manifesting this right from the very beginning.
And we all were. We got our hotel a year in advance, manifesting this hard, and it's all come to fruition. Big up.
Love that. Simon Yemeni says, Spurs haven't lost a match when Basuma has shanked the ball away up into the stands. Opta.
It's fair to say he definitely hasn't had his shooting boots on over the past couple of games, despite some good performances.
Yeah. Tottenham also tweeted out saying, Bilbao, mate.
Love that. Look at that smile.
Tottenham social media was on full form yesterday.
Absolutely. The only shame I would say, I was watching the celebrations, and it is a bit of a shame that, you know, didn't give a bit more love for Ange. I did feel that he was kind of hanging back a bit. Maybe Ange felt like he just wanted to give the players all the praise and stuff. And hopefully, if we do win that final,
he looked delighted, Ange.
No, he was. Of course, he was happy.
Delighted.
But I'm just saying it's a shame that the fans didn't give him maybe a bit more love. So I was just chanting for him because.
Well, I tell you what, though, like the fans didn't even sing players' names either.
Yeah, fair.
It was literally just the Spurs are going to Bilbao song. Like no players' names were sung at all, really.
Fair. I guess it was a conscious decision from Ange to kind of hang back a bit because he wasn't. He got involved in the celebrations right at the beginning. He was hugging all the players, but he wasn't like right there when it was all like he kind of he kind of hangs back a bit.
I didn't really notice. I was just like in my element. I just like I didn't know what was flying at that moment in time.
But I'm hoping we sing I'm loving Big Ange instead in Bilbao. I really hope so.
If we win it, then we should definitely sing it, in my opinion. Tottenham Hotspur, the vibes are vibing right now, and this is in the dressing room in Bodo. Basuma just seems to have that fun back in him, doesn't he?
Yeah, 100%. And that's what you love to see with Basuma, because when he's not in this kind of mood, then he's not being himself. And I love it when Basuma's being himself. That's when he's at his most fun. And you saw that elements last season when we were playing well, when he was the life of the dressing room. We haven't seen that in a while. He
literally is, like, usually when he's in the team and he's playing well, he's like the life and soul of that dressing room, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And look at that, the celebrations and the picture was taken. I love Mikey Moore getting involved. Love that. Come on, Mikey. Oh, it's great. It's great stuff.
Tottenham again tweeting vibes in the dressing room, and this is the pictures that were taken on
I got the Polaroid.
Or something.
Love that. And you got to remember how young this team is. Like, think about in our squad.
Yeah.
Who's been to a European final in our squad? In
Probably
their career,
none of them.
Did Bentancur maybe get there with Juve, or was that too early for him?
When was Juve's?
2017.
Not sure.
That might have been too early for him. Has anyone? Is this everyone's first European final?
Must be. It must.
Romero's been to obviously other finals.
Yeah, but I'm talking about club European.
Yeah, club European final.
So Bentancur was at Juve. He joined Juve 17-18 season.
So it was too late for him then.
Yeah. He was at Boca still at that point. So in terms of European final, I don't know.
Basuma said it was his first one. Obviously, Maddison's never been to a European final. Son? When was he in the European final?
2019.
Yeah, 2019. Okay.
Ben Davis.
And Ben Davis. So Son and Ben Davis, the only two players in the whole squad, and they were at Tottenham. Unbelievable. Yeah. What? No one else has been to a European final. Anyone in the chat? Is anyone in our squad been to a European final?
Maybe Mikey Moore was in the stands. Who knows?
Michael was in the stands. That's mad. The only two players have been European final, Son and Davis, and that was at Tottenham. No one's been outside of it. So that's my point being, there's one experience this is for this young team.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that a lot of them haven't been through before.
Yeah, absolutely. Spurs Army saying, look at Matisse Tell in that away end, a stark contrast to obviously him running into the away end at Fulham.
Yeah, it's so true. And as well, like, what he said there rings true. You know, he said after Fulham game, he was saying, you know, we're trying, we all need to stick together, we all need to be together, and now look where we are, and it's
all together,
and we're all together exactly, and it's now completely switched. So, big up to Tell. He wasn't hiding at that point when we were losing that game and stuff like that. He was the one, you know, took it upon himself, and he was the first one to celebrate as well. So both times he was the first one there.
Yeah.
Is he going to stay? That's the question. Is he feeling the love? Is he feeling the love?
He's definitely feeling the love. It's just a question of, are we going to get a deal done? Do we feel like this is the way forward? I don't know. Look, this is decisions that we have to make at the end of the season. But I'm sure if he scores the winner out in Bilbao, that will make that decision maybe a little bit more easier. But it was brilliant celebrations there. Basuma leading it all, and Pedro Porro, so passionate.
He loves
it.
Porro loves it. Come on. Big
up. Next up, this is Richarlison and his celebration in the away. Just scroll down and just look at that.
Phenomenal picture. Oh, Rishi's loving it. Fantastic. And I think, I'm glad he's kind of come in late into the season and made an impact, because he might well leave in the summer. There's a good chance that's going to happen. And if he can kind of have this little bit of positive kind of impact on his way out, that would just mean he kind of leaves his mark on this club. Whereas if it didn't happen, you know, there's a chance he could have just left without really anyone caring that much. But it'd be great.
Robbie Keane on social media after the game saying, "Come on, you Spurs! Final it is. That's Spurs official."
Big up Robbie Keane.
What Robbie Keane would do to play a European final with Spurs.
Shame it never happened with us. But obviously he was the last player to win a trophy for us, one of the co-captain with Ledley.
Yeah.
So big up to Robbie.
And, you know, remember how emotional he was after that day, like crying on the pitch, going absolutely mad.
Absolutely.
Probably out of everyone on the team that day, he was probably the most emotional out of all of them.
I remember.
Football away days. The 404 Tottenham fans in Norway in great voice watching their team reach a European final. Fair play to them. And
look at the flags there.
Exactly. The scarves just made it optically like really nice, didn't it?
Yeah. Where are you? You got to be. Surely you can see you. No, maybe not. But it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal stuff there. There you are. Is that not you in the hat? I see. There's a guy in a woolly hat there. I see.
I think there are a lot of people.
Here, that's you. No, that's got to be you. That's got to be.
I think that is me. To be
fair. That's Obviously, I've spotted you in that video.
That's exactly where I was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you. Just jumping up and down in your woolly hat. Yeah. Love it.
So, I was with Billy. Yeah, for the second half.
Billy Cairns. Yeah.
Yeah, I was with Billy, and at some point during the second half, he turns around to me. He goes, "We need to do this in Bilbao. Sim was with me in Frankfurt. We got through. I'm with you in Bodo. We got through. So one of you has to sit with me for the final."
We both will. Both will.
Kevin Danso loving it after the game.
He must be loving life, coming home from Lens, and now
exactly. He nearly moved to Wolves as well,
and now he finds himself in a European final. Loving life. Big up, Kevin.
Tom, Levy on Amazon ordering those Casios.
Europa League finalist. He's getting it ready. He's getting it prepared. Don't you dare, Levy. Don't you dare.
Premier League panel saying Trent Alexander-Arnold light. Well, now Trent's leaving the Premier League.
Best ball playing right back in the league.
Got to be, right?
Well, since he's come into the Prem, he's got more goal contributions than Trent.
Which is crazy, actually.
Which is mad, no?
Yeah.
Absolutely mad. So... Mate, Porro he's so underrated and underappreciated, man. I think he's phenomenal. He is absolutely phenomenal. I don't think a rival fans realise how good he is. I really don't.
Keep it that way. Next up is Spurs Army Vicario via his Instagram story.
Love it.
I don't know if you noticed right at the end of the vlog, Vicario's mum makes a cameo. Did you see?
Oh, really? No, I didn't notice. Where was it?
In the vlog outside the stadium. So
you said hi to her.
It wasn't that I said hi to her. She just comes walking out by herself, and more or less all the fans have dispersed. I'm just still with a few there, just celebrating, and she's running down, going Vicario, Vicario. It's so funny.
Oh, phenomenal! Go watch it on the vlog. That's phenomenal.
Oh, it's brilliant. I'll put it on social media after this. It's actually so funny. Spurs pictures that go hard. This is the next one.
That's when they knew the job was done.
Yeah.
Destiny. What a leap.
No context Tottenham. This is Richarlison with one of the scarves that were thrown down to him.
Fantastic. I saw on the video as well with I think it's a video you took when we were seeing when the Spurs came marching in. You got Solanke just belting out. He's got his hands up belting out.
Porro
It's so
was
great.
as well.
Porro, fantastic.
Spurs pictures that go hard. This is Mickey van der Ven, full in celebration yesterday.
So good. Fantastic. And I've definitely noticed since he's come back in, there's something different about him. I don't know what it is.
It's that different running style, mate.
Yeah, probably. I'm not. Do you laugh? There's probably something to do with that. But definitely, he's not doing as many runnings in behind and stuff like that. Maybe it's because he's not forced to. But there's definitely
something. I think it's with the tactics we deployed in general.
Yeah, I think there's definitely got something to do with it for sure. But I think as well, stuff I can see he's doing different things. Like he's not putting himself in positions where he has to run as much for sure.
Do you think that is a reason, maybe not the full reason, but an element to the reason why we've shifted into this tactical setup because of Van der Ven as well?
What? So he doesn't get injured?
Yeah. I wouldn't say fully and solely because of that, but an element to it.
Probably. I think maybe we kind of relied on his running too much, and we're now thinking, we can rely on it a bit, but maybe not as much as we were. Yeah, we can't rely on it as much as we were, and maybe forcing him to do a bit too much running for sure. But I think he's looking so much more solid. You don't look like he's going to get injured anytime soon. Touch wood. But I think definitely recently him and Romero whenever they played together, I think we've looked great. I can't think of a bad before, apart from maybe Chelsea away. Yeah. Every time they've played together recently, we've looked great.
Yeah. Tottenham saying, get in, we're going to Bilbao.
We're getting in the car, mate, come on.
Spurs Watch saying 8th of May 2019, 8th of May 2025, Tottenham are once again in a European final.
It's mad, it's 6
in the
years,
green kit.
6 years to the day. How mad is that?
I know.
How mad, it's absolutely, that's crazy. Fantastic though. God,
mad.
So much has changed.
Does any of the current 11 there get into that team? To the 2019 team, probably.
Any of the current 11, yeah. Get into that 2019 team, I would say. Well, that's not the team. Well, maybe Van der Ven or Romero, one of those two. Because you got to remember, in that year, Toby and Jan were waning already. Maybe a doggy, because that Rose wasn't the best Rose, maybe. Porro, maybe over Trippier potentially. What else? In that 2019 team, Bergvall maybe?
Bentancur over Sissoko or something like that?
Yeah, Bentancur. Not that many players, I guess.
Yeah. It's actually mad when you look at it that team got to a Champions League final.
Yeah.
Because
crazy.
Because Trippier wasn't great that season. Danny Rose was towards the end, he really wasn't great that season. Toby Alderweireld and Jan Vertonghen, they were waning as well. Lloris as well. All these players were kind of coming to the end of a cycle.
Mm-hmm. And they pretty much dragged themselves to that Champions League final. It was a phenomenal achievement.
Yeah. Next up is Tottenham Hotspur again tweeting out. This is Solanke's anime celebration.
The Dragon Ball Z was out. It is. Love it. Fantastic. Go on.
This next one is Solanke has delivered big games for Tottenham this season. 2 goals against Man United in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, an assist versus Liverpool in the semi-final, 2 assists versus Alkmaar in the Europa 16, goal versus Frankfurt in the quarters, goal versus Bodo, and a goal versus Bodo in the first and second leg.
Also, it goes under the radar. It's 4 goals in a row now, 4 games in a row.
Is that right?
Yeah. No, because he scored against Frankfurt. For him, in terms of when he started. When he started, it's 4 goals in a row because you got to go to Frankfurt.
Yeah, Bodo, Liverpool, and Frankfurt.
Yeah, 4 goals in 4 starts.
Yeah.
So he's on great form.
Yeah, he is. And we were all kind of worried. Well, when are the goals going to start to come? And I guess it's kind of coming under the radar because you wouldn't have thought he scored in his last 4 starts.
Yeah, they're coming at the right time.
Yeah. Spurs pictures that go hard again. This is the Solanke celebration with his little Dragon Ball Z anime, whatever you want to call it. Nathan Clark says, I look forward to another Europa final when we'll know whether this has been by far the best or by far the worst Tottenham season in 40 years.
Our whole season comes down to one game. It's crazy.
It's bad though, because it's our best or worst or the worst ever in one game.
All comes down. That's just classic Tottenham, isn't it? Incredible. It's mad how this is how the season's going to be judged and ends. But it's that's the reality. That's where we are. That's where we're at.
But that's it. That is how the internet did react to the semi-final yesterday.